People roll in thinking expensive repairs are inevitable. Most of the time, they're not. You don't need a tow truck, a bill-gouging shop, or miracle parts. You need the right habits. Today, I'll give you 17 secrets that actually make a car run like new without a mechanic. Real, proven, cheap, and do-it-yourself. Start with one, and your car will thank you for years. When you start your engine, the oil is thick and hasn't fully reached the bearings, cam lobes, turbo, and cylinder walls yet. Cold starts are where 80 to 90% of engine wear happens, especially in winter. Letting the engine idle for 60 to 90 seconds gives the oil pump time to circulate oil through every passage, preventing metal-on-metal scarring. After that short warm-up, drive gently until the temperature gauge starts moving. No flooring it, no high RPM, no heavy load. Modern engines don't need long warm-ups, but that first minute is golden. Treat your engine cold, and it rewards you hot. Smoother operation, quieter starts, longer bearing and ring life, and dramatically slower wear over time. 1 minute of patience now equals years of life later. People obsess over mileage, but time is just as important. Oil breaks down sitting still, moisture builds, additives degrade, and contaminants settle. That's why in Japan and Europe, they service by kilometers and months, not just distance. Even if you drive very little, oil should be changed every 6 to 12 months, depending on climate and fuel type. Short trips? Change more often. The engine never fully heats to evaporate fuel vapor and moisture. Old oil loses its detergent package, thickens, oxidizes, and forms sludge that strangles oil flow and slowly kills bearings, camshafts, turbos, and timing chains. Fresh oil plus proper intervals equals clean internals, stable oil pressure, and decades of engine life. Think of oil as circulating life fluid. Don't cheap out on your car's blood. Forget thicker is better, or any synthetic works. Engine oil isn't superstition. It's chemistry and precision. Manufacturers specify oil viscosity like 0W20 or 5W30 for a reason. Internal clearances, oil pump design, and temperature cycles are engineered to match that flow rate. Use thicker oil than recommended? You risk starving top-end lubrication, stressing the oil pump, and wearing timing chains and lifters. Use thinner than spec? Bearings and turbo seals may not get the pressure they need. And remember, synthetic oil isn't a magic bullet if it's the wrong grade. Rule: match the manual first, upgrade additives or brand later. Modern engines are tight tolerance machines, right viscosity plus right spec. Perfect oil pressure, cooling, and quiet, smooth operation. Your oil filter is not optional. It traps microscopic metal, ash, and carbon that would otherwise circulate and sandblast your engine from the inside. Replace it every oil change. No excuses. Same for the crush washer on the drain bolt. That tiny aluminum or copper ring ensures a perfect seal. Reuse it, and you risk drips, pressure loss, or slow leaks that ruin your driveway and starve your engine. Before installing the filter, pre-fill it halfway. If horizontal, skip this, and lightly oil the gasket. This prevents dry starts and ensures an even seal. Tighten to spec, not gorilla tight. Little maintenance details like this separate engines that die at 120,000 from engines that glide past 300,000 miles. Engines don't sludge overnight. Buildup is slow, sneaky, and deadly. Every few oil changes, typically the third, use a mild engine flush from reputable brands like BG, Liquimoli, or OEM dealers. You're not dissolving sludge, you're preventing it from ever forming. Harsh flush chemicals can shock older engines, so go gentle and consistent instead. Add the flush, idle for 10 to 15 minutes, then drain while warm. It softens varnish, frees sticky lifters, and cleans oil passages so fresh oil can do its job. This keeps piston rings moving freely, lifters ticking silently, and bearings fed by unrestricted flow. Do this small ritual regularly, and your engine internals stay clean like new, not black and tarry like a neglected fleet van. Fluids aren't universal. They are engineered as part of your car's chemistry system. Coolant, transmission fluid, and brake fluid formulas vary by additives, corrosion inhibitors, and friction modifiers. Using generic or close enough fluid can cause seal swelling, foaming, overheating, and accelerated wear, especially with modern automatic and CVT transmissions. A wrong fluid choice can kill them quietly over time. Stick to the exact OEM spec listed in the manual. If it says Toyota WS, Honda DW-1, Nissan Matic, BMW Blue Coolant, and so on, use that, not something similar. Using the right fluid is like eating the diet designed for your body. The wrong cocktail may work for a while, until it doesn't, and the repair bill says, "I told you so." Rubber doesn't fail overnight. It dries, cracks, stretches, and weakens silently long before it pops. Belts drive your alternator, water pump, power steering, and AC. Lose one, and you could overheat in minutes. Hoses carry scalding coolant. If one blows, you can cook a head gasket instantly. Instead of waiting for a dramatic breakdown, inspect every oil change. Check belt tension, cracks, glazing, or fraying. Feel hoses. Firm, not mushy or brittle. If they feel old, they are old. Replacing belts and hoses early costs little and saves engines, radiators, and wallets. In Japan, they call this pre-failure maintenance. Smart drivers fix before failure. Everyone else learns the expensive way. Your engine is an air pump. Dirty air filters and clogged injectors choke it, killing power, response, and efficiency. Replace the engine air filter on schedule, or sooner if you drive on dusty roads. Check the cabin filter too. A clean HVAC system keeps electronics and airflow healthier. Every few thousand miles, use a quality fuel system cleaner, such as Chevron Techron, BG44K, or Liqui-Moly Jectron, to remove carbon and restore the injector spray pattern. For direct injection engines, consider periodic intake cleaning to stop carbon buildup on valves. Clean airflow means a smoother idle, better throttle response, improved miles per gallon, and fewer misfires. Your engine breathes. Treat air and fuel as oxygen therapy, and it will run crisp instead of tired and sluggish. Your parking habits quietly age your car faster than miles do. Heat bakes fluids, dries rubber, cracks dashboards, and accelerates aging. Engine bay wear. Moisture invites corrosion in the exhaust, suspension bolts, brake lines, and electronics. Parking in shade or a garage drastically slows heat cycling damage. If you live in a humid or coastal area, it's even more critical. Salt air eats cars alive. Use sunshades, crack windows slightly in safe areas, and avoid long-term parking under trees dripping sap and pollen. A simple car cover for long sits keeps UV and moisture off the paint and seals. Park like you care, and your car ages half as fast. Rust starts outside. Protect the shell, protect everything beneath it. A magnetic drain plug is one of the cheapest engine insurance upgrades you can buy. Every oil change. It traps microscopic steel particles, bits of wear from rings, bearings, and timing components that would otherwise continue circulating. Wipe the magnet clean, and you literally see your engine's health. Lots of metallic fuzz? Time to pay attention and adjust oil intervals or chase lubrication issues. Combine that with occasional oil analysis, $30 at labs like Blackstone, and you gain diagnostic power shops wish you didn't have. You'll spot fuel dilution, coolant leaks, bearing material, and oil breakdown before catastrophic failure. Instead of guessing, you're tracking, turning maintenance from guessing into science. Cars don't fail loudly, they fail gradually. Hinges squeak first, latches drag, throttle cables stick, Rubber seals dry. Lubricating moving parts isn't cosmetic, it reduces wear and tear. Friction stops corrosion and makes components last years longer. Use penetrating lube for linkages, white lithium for metal sliding surfaces, silicone grease for window rails and sunroof tracks, and silicone spray on rubber weather stripping. A silent hinge today prevents cracked bushings tomorrow. A lubricated door seal prevents tearing and water intrusion. Don't wait for sticky, noisy, or stiff motion. Prevent it. Smooth movement equals extended life. Mechanics don't do this unless you pay for it. DIY it once every few months and your car will feel tight and new indefinitely. Brake fluid is hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture naturally. Over time, water content increases, lowering the boiling point and causing internal corrosion in calipers, master cylinders, and ABS pumps. That black fluid in old cars, it's metal and rubber deposits. Bleeding brakes every 1 to 2 years keeps pedal feel firm, braking response crisp, and internal components protected. You don't need a shop. Use a $30 hand pump or gravity bleed. If you ever feel a soft pedal, sponginess, or uneven braking, bleeding fluid often fixes it. Fresh brake fluid isn't just safety. It preserves expensive hydraulic systems and keeps stopping power sharp. Stopping power is horsepower's quiet twin. Don't neglect it. If a car sits more than 30 days regularly, ethanol fuel begins to absorb water, separate, and create deposits in injectors and fuel pumps. That's why seasonal cars and short-trip cars struggle to restart cleanly. Add a bottle of stabilizer, such as Stabil, Seafoam, or OEM brands. When you know you'll park it long-term, keep the tank at least half full to reduce moisture. This prevents varnish, keeps injectors clear, and protects the pump from running dry. Bonus: start the car monthly and let it reach full temperature to cycle oil and coolant. Treat long-term storage as preventative medicine, not an afterthought. And your weekend car won't turn into a "why won't it start" headache. Spark plugs don't just go bad. They age gradually, causing sluggish acceleration, poor fuel economy, harder starts, and rough idle. Inspect plugs every 20 to 30,000 miles and replace at manufacturer intervals. Long-life iridiums still wear eventually. Check coil boots for cracks, oil intrusion, or carbon tracking. Even wiping boots with dielectric grease can prevent misfires. A fresh ignition system makes a car feel snappy, smooth, and eager. And don't forget the plug gap. Vibration and electrode wear change it over time. Good spark equals clean burn equals power, mileage, and longevity. Ignition maintenance is cheap, fast, and transforms driving feel instantly. Engine temperature control is everything. Overheating once can warp heads, ruin gaskets, and destroy engines. Inspect coolant every few months. Color, smell, clarity. Replace coolant on schedule. Old coolant turns acidic and eats aluminum blocks and radiators. Check upper and lower hoses, radiator fins, reservoir levels, thermostat behavior, and fan operation. Temperature gauge fluctuating? Don't ignore it. Thermostats and sensors fail quietly before disaster. Cooling is your engine's life support system. Maintain it with the respect it deserves and your car will run stable and strong in any weather. Rust kills quietly and permanently. Washing your undercarriage after rain, snow, or salty roads prevents corrosion before it forms. Pay special attention to frame rails, suspension arms, brake lines, and seams. A $10 hose attachment can save a $3,000 repair down the road. If you live near the ocean or in winter salt states, underbody cleaning isn't optional. It's survival. Rust starts invisible, spreads fast, and never sleeps. Clean metal equals strong metal. Maintenance isn't only under the hood, it's underneath everything. Maintenance isn't just doing, it's tracking. Keep a simple log. Date, mileage, fluids used, filters replaced, noises observed. Regular visual checks, belts, hoses, leaks, tire wear patterns, odd smells, new noises. Tell you problems long before a warning light does. A logbook turns you from a reactive driver into a proactive owner. When you can answer, "When was this last serviced?" confidently, your car will run better, last longer, and never surprise you. Systems run best under awareness. Your notes are cheap insurance and the secret to keeping a car like new for decades. If you want your car to outlast everyone else's, hit subscribe. Maintenance isn't just doing, it's tracking. Keep a simple log. Date, mileage, fluids used, filters replaced, noises observed. Regular visual checks, belts, hoses, leaks, tire wear patterns, odd smells, new noises. Tell you problems long before a warning light does. A logbook turns you from a reactive driver into a proactive owner. When you can answer, "When was this last serviced?" confidently, your car will run better, last longer, and never surprise you. Systems run best under awareness. Your notes are cheap insurance and the secret to keeping a car like new for decades.